Right now, we are at the Oval ground in London, where India is going to play the first one-day international on Sunday afternoon. It's going to be very hot in these conditions, and the Indian team practiced. It was an optional practice session, and only 5 regular players they came for the practice. Notably, the opener Shikhar Dhawan, he spent a lot of time in the nets. He was facing Mohammad Shami and Mohammad Siraj as well as Shardul Thakur, and there was one regular opener as well, Ishan Kishan. But the most important news from this net session is that Virat Kohli was not there. Obviously, he was not expected to be there because it's an optional practice session, not mandatory one, where every player is supposed to come and play. And since yesterday was traveling day, the moment Indian team lost the match and the team directly came from Nottingham to London, and Virat Kohli was not supposed to come over here. But the reports, the news which we are getting from the ground, that he has some injury concern, some issues with his groin, so he might be sitting out from the first ODI. Although we can't confirm it right now, but maybe there is a strong likelihood that Virat Kohli might not play the first game, which is going to be a setback for personally for Virat. Maybe not as much for the team India. Maybe it's in some ways, although I think it's cruel to say that, but in some way it has saved Indian team management to try to take the difficult calls, because over the last couple of days and a couple of weeks, there have been question marks that should Virat Kohli be given rest, or he should take a break, or he should be dropped. Obviously, you might debate his place in T20 international, but doubtless his position as a premier batsman of ODI format is beyond question. So in that sense, I think people should try to distinguish between his form in Test cricket as well as ODI format and T20 international. But in many ways, it's a huge setback maybe for Virat Kohli, somebody who wanted to get back into the form. It's a longer format of the game. His best format, where he could have spent the time in the middle, looks like a good batting track. And Virat not playing in this match, unlikely to play in this match, is a sad news. But after just a couple of days, there is another match in London at the Lord's ground, and you can expect. We hope that the injury is not very serious and he might play in the second game. But overall, it will allow Indian team management to try out different combination. We have seen that over the last few weeks, Indian team is having a lot of young talented players who can bat in the middle over in different gears. So it will be interesting to see who comes in place of Virat Kohli, if indeed he sits out from the first ODI. Although we tried to confirm it officially from the BCCI sources, no one is willing to come on record, because they haven't got the coach's report or fitness trainers report. So we will have to wait for that. But for the time being, it looks likely that Virat Kohli is not going to play in the first ODI. From Oval ground in London, this is Vimal Kumar.